Good morning. Are you ready for a song? Dun 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 dun.
Hi ho, Silver.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Take it off.
Good morning
open the show.
and welcome to Coffee and Cookies. My name is Lindsay, and it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday because we're having a good time here. So glad you're joining us on a show where we talk about life, leadership, parenting, positivity, and...
Dun, 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 dun,
What would that be called? Western songs?
I have no idea. No idea. So welcome TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit. Someone's going to hop on the show and be like, wow, they're loud this morning. So we're going to do a little split screen action. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Man, we don't have a guest today. So now it's like, hey, we get to like party.
Sing songs.
Sing songs. Sing songs. Oh, open up with a song, right? Open up with a song. There you go. There you go. We don't have to be professional. I almost wore a hoodie in today.
I am wearing a sweatshirt today.
I almost did the hoodie, and I decided not to because I have to go visit a client.
You do. I'm so glad you didn't.
Decided not to be. Good morning, Rosalie. Good morning. Good morning. So if you listen to the very beginning, I want to know where that song is from. And don't tell us your age. Just listen where the song is from, okay? Because it's kind of important that our audience understands me. No idea.
He started acting this way, and I asked him how much coffee he had before he got to the office because...
Well.
Yeah.
You heard the Knight Rider theme? Oh, interesting.
The Knight Rider?
I don't
know that one.
Yeah, right? Which is, it's close. It has a didn't. No, it doesn't.
I have no idea. You could sing the
I could sing the Knight Rider theme? No, you really can't sing a Knight Rider theme.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Raw audio. So, good morning. If you are just now joining us and you're on our podcast, you're like, where did this come from? We are from Texas. We do live in Texas. And I just decided to just, open up with a Texas themed song.
Yes.
So if you can figure out what song that is, high five to you. Thank you guys for joining us on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook. We got things to talk about. I got Rosalie. I got my dad. I got Vic. I got Angelina. And Nolan's joining us. We got a whole crowd already. I can't wait till we do this live. Like have an in live studio audience, and we're gonna have like Wi-Fi so people can work while we talk. And
That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And Dad, I'm gonna need you to not mow lawns anymore and come help us because I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna put my dad on payroll.
I love this idea.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my goodness. So, Lindsay.
Yes.
Before we got on camera. Dad, you're just driving to work now?
Stop texting. We need to have a chat about this.
Dad, this is late for you. This is super late. Uh-oh, did you go shoot pool last night? I wonder. All right, so let's have a real conversation.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm warning. It's going to start with politics.
He's not warning me. He's warning you.
I'm warning you as the audience. It's going to start with politics. We're going to then remove the politics, and we're going to talk about what was actually said outside of the politics, okay?
Yep.
Because this was kind of good on both sides. I can't really fault one direction or the other. Go ahead, Lindsay, take it away.
Okay, so I read this article.
Hi-yo, Silver. Sorry.
I read this article. The article is titled "The One Parenting Decision That Really Matters." So it caught my attention of I wonder what they think that is, because I'm pretty sure I know what that is, but. And then I was reading through it, and it starts off saying, let me find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1996, Hillary Clinton published a book, It Takes a Village and Other Lessons Children Teach Us. Have y'all read that book?
No.
I haven't either.
Not because it's Hillary Clinton. I just don't read political books. That's just not something I read. I read business books. I don't read political books.
So the book, it says here in this article, the book argues that children's lives are shaped by many people in their neighborhood. Firefighters, police officers, garbage collectors, teachers, and coaches.
just forget the neighbors and the other parents and other people. But go ahead, keep going.
So then there was a Republican at that year in 1996 at the Republican convention. Bob Dole took on Clinton's thesis and emphasized that the role. He said that it was minimizing parents' responsibilities, a subtle attack on family values. And he said, with all due respect, I'm here to tell you it does not take a village to raise a child. It takes a family to raise a child.
Okay.
So that was kind of like
both sides. All right. So now.
And of course, this isn't Hillary's. It's the idea through a book, right?
It's and that's the direction we're going here, right? So let's take the two ideas. One idea is it takes a village.
Yep.
The other idea is it takes a family.
Yep.
Okay. So me personally, so this is the conversation. And if you're joining us right now, please in the comments, what's up, Thomas? How you doing, brother? Well, if you're in the comments, let us know. Do you believe it takes a family or do you believe it takes a village? Okay. Now I'm going to start. Okay. I believe it takes a combination.
Okay.
And when I said that, you said,
well, okay. Let's not say. Let's actually say what was said.
Okay. I believe it takes a combination.
He's like, I kind of disagree with that.
Well, case in point, Lindsay, you and Dustin have a high influence on my kids.
Right.
And you said,
I'm not the village. I'm a family of choice.
And that right there, your family of choice is where I think you can take both aspects, kind of both extremes, and that pulls it right to the middle.
Yep.
Okay. A lot of people who are in the comments right now are family of choice.
Right.
I allow them to have influence on my kids. Okay. Lindsay, you and Dustin discipline way differently than I do. Okay. Nolan is able to play with my kids in a way that I don't.
Right.
Okay. He can pick him up and toss him around and just like there's different dynamics there. Right. But I allow you to discipline my kids and take my kid. Like yesterday, you took my kids to the park.
I did.
Right.
Yep.
But I allowed that.
All three of them. I had
all
5
of them.
kids.
Oh my goodness.
And thank God I only have 2. Dustin's like, Tristan and I are going to play catch. I'm like, no, you're not. I need you to help me wrangle these kids. Like, no.
You don't get to go off one-on-one anymore. We have 5 kids here. You gotta play in the group.
Zone. We're playing zone.
Yes. So I will say that yes, it does take a village. Yes, it does take the family. But when you go one direction or another, really, really hard line, okay, then you remove benefits.
Yeah.
If you're only family and you're saying family, then that removes the influence of teachers and family of choice. Okay. If you're like, oh, family of choice or village, I'm just going to put my kids out there and let the village raise them. Then you're not taking responsibility.
Right.
Okay. So I'm bringing that to a middle ground saying, yes, it is family, but it is born family, natural family, and your family of choice. Who is your family of choice? And I could list all kinds of people. Like Rosalie has impacted my kids. Thomas, they haven't met you yet, brother. I need you to come down and visit, okay? Obviously, my dad's in the comments. He is family biological, but he's also family of choice, right? And understand, and Angelina, right? And let's see, was Vic in here? I thought I saw Vic in here earlier, okay? But here we go, right? Even if it's your biological family, it's still a family of choice. I have biological family that is never allowed to see my kids.
Yep.
They're never allowed to see my kids. They are not allowed to be in my life. They're not allowed to be in my kids' life. They're not allowed to be there. That is my choice. Okay? So just because you're biological does not give you the right to influence my kids. Hear me on this, individuals. Hear me on this, audience. Just because someone is biologically your family does not give them the right to impact your kids, to influence your kids.
Because if you look at it that way, you're doing your kids a disservice and a dishonor.
Absolutely. I am the parent. Those are my kids. I am raising them. I am putting my values into them.
Yep.
Right? And in doing so, I am being selective in who I'm allowing adults to impart their 1%, their God gives talents, their influence into my kids. I think I nailed it on this.
I mean, just go ahead and brush that dirt off your shoulders.
Well, no. And hear me on this. Hear me on this, right? It wasn't me. I was like, I'm kind of in the middle on it. And you're the one who actually defined it.
Yeah,
right?
you're welcome. I think I nailed it.
After you define it, then I was like, oh yes, I get it. I see it. And now I can take this forward. Like this again, this is a life lesson.
Yeah.
If you're just now tuning in, this is a life lesson. Okay. You don't just get to say the kids are mine. I'm never going to let anyone impact them. Because if you have other people in your lives that are going to impact them, you can't go, oh, it's the villages, they're supposed to raise my kids. No, you need to be responsible. Right.
Right.
So you're deleting by saying family of choice. Okay. By taking ownership, by taking leadership, by running point, you are now taking responsibility for your kids, but you're allowing those that you choose to influence them.
Thomas thinks we need to change the name of the show to Coffee and Cookies Counseling.
A whole new segment, brother. That'd be a whole new segment. I love that. Man, Thomas this whole week, he's just been rolling it.
He has.
Just rolling.
I feel like it's been a couple weeks in a row. Like he's just... We're helping him get into his inner marketing.
Right? You want to know what, Thomas? Here we go. You ready? You ready? Coffee and Cookies Consulting. And Thomas, you get to run point on this. And all you're going to do is you're going to help people that want to start their shows on YouTube and Facebook, and you get to manage it and you get to teach them and you get to charge the consultation fee. I just want a royalty off of it. I will teach it. I will teach you exactly what to do. I don't have the time to run point. I just don't have the time to run point in another company.
Yeah.
I really don't. Lindsay, I might disappear and you'd be like, oh, the wife did it. No, it was Lindsay that did it this time.
Locked him in a closet, a padded room with a computer, and that's it.
You will
get to work.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know how to say that word, Thomas.
Are you trying to say I'll be the coffee and cookies? Is that a concierge? I don't know what that word means. I'm gonna have to look up later. Man, Thomas dropping all kinds of new words into the comments. This is why I love our Facebook and YouTube family. It's just this. It's so much fun. Okay, so let's talk in the comments.
To look it up
in the comments. Do you believe that it's the family? Do you believe it's family of choice, or do you believe that it takes a village? And understand, just because I've said it on camera does not mean that you have to agree with me, okay? I want you to disagree with me because guess what? We're in America. We can have disagreements and we can still be friends. Oh, mind blown. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an Italian word for counsel.
It is. It's an advisor.
There you go.
To a crime boss.
Thomas, we're not supposed to talk about my history, bro. We're not supposed to talk about my history. What you doing, man? What you doing?
So, Thomas, was this your role when y'all were friends?
We don't talk about it.
Bruno.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about Bruno. Oh my God, I nearly knocked over my coffee. That would have been so bad. Okay, so in the comments, family of choice, or what was it? A village.
Village. Yep. Village.
Oh,
or
is
family.
that your choice?
Not what I think. No.
Oh,
I was
what do you
hoping you
think?
finish your sentence.
Oh, okay.
I told you what I think.
Well, tell us again, because I don't believe you. Why do you believe family of choice?
I believe family of choice because you are the one as the parent setting the guardrails for your kid's life or not setting the guardrails. Like when you are raising a kid and you don't put thought into, is this a good person for me? not just my kids, but is this a good person for me to be around? Because what they do influences me, and that influences my kids. Like, it's indirect influence, no matter who I hang around. If I'm not thinking that way, then I'm saying, you know what, kid, you're 6 years old. You don't need guardrails. Just go drive near the cliff. Like, you'll be fine. The firemen, the policemen, they'll get you. It's fine, right? And I'm not saying that, like, my kids have not interacted with police officers in a way that police officers play their role. Like, you know, traffic, protection, safety. They've seen them in, like, the grocery store, and they say hi and thank you for your service. But that isn't really influencing them in how they live. I don't know how that person lives. I don't know what that person's values are. And if I'm not deciding these are the kind of values and things that I want my kids to be influenced by, then I'm setting them up for
someone else to have that influence. I'm setting them up with no foundation. I'm setting them up to be raised on stilts instead of a firm foundation, because they don't know what is good and what is not good. So with everything you've said, what really caught me off guard was why you would be allowing a 6-year-old to be driving near the edge of a cliff.
It's a metaphor, Nick. A metaphor.
I just, I don't like, maybe a 16-year-old driving, like that one I get, but a 6-year-old, I just,
Yeah.
I wonder.
Well, actually, we do let our kids drive our cars on our street.
No, don't. Just stop.
No?
Just stop.
Okay,
Just
fine.
not right here. Not on camera.
Oh, man.
Rosalie gonna tattle on you.
It's okay. We have a policeman. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so what else? What else do you want to talk about today? Because today's Lindsay's episode.
Oh, I missed that memo, Nick. Thank you. So the rest of that article, actually, we can finish that article.
Okay.
Of that article talks about how, it was, what is the one parenting decision that is most impactful on your kids, right? That really matters. If you read through the whole thing, like, it goes through this political side and then it goes through all this other stuff. Any ideas, y'all? Facebook, YouTube?
Okay, hold on.
What?
Can you restate the question, because I didn't understand the question?
I'm going to. Facebook, YouTube audiences, what do you think is the one parenting decision that matters the most?
What do I think the one parenting decision matters most, according to an article that no one has been able to read?
No, doesn't. Well, what do you think is the most important?
Hold on.
I'm going to share what the article said.
I'm going to drop the article.
No, not yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Not yet.
Okay, what is the most important?
What do you think it is? What do you think it is, Nick?
I know the answer.
But did you think that before?
I can see it now. Because of decisions I've made, I can see it. But go ahead and give the audience the answer. You've been waiting for like a whole minute now.
Oh my gosh.
We only have not 11 minutes
You
left.
guys, man.
Goodness.
What is so wrong with silence? What is so wrong with thinking time?
No, it's not that. It is absolutely not that. Go.
So this article says that the one parenting decision is the area in which you raise your kids, so in which you live, not just the area, but the specific neighborhood in which you raise your kids.
Elaborate.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
No.
What do you mean elaborate?
No, elaborate. Like why? Why does the neighborhood in which you raise your kids almost dictate or influence their success? Why?
So, according to
Dad, that's good, by the way.
the article, what'd Dad say? Oh, acceptance and encouragement.
See, Grandpa Gartside dropping knowledge.
He's so
Look
smart.
out.
I know.
Look out.
I know. So smart.
He's going to kick your butt at pool. Then he's going to just like drop knowledge on you.
Hey, you know what? I would love to play pool with him.
You want what? Tangent.
Yes.
We would go play pool. You know what my dad would do? He would one-handed run the table.
I want to see it.
My friend would get so frustrated. Tommy's friends would get so frustrated playing with him because he'd be like, I'm going to beat you, but I'm going to beat you one-handed. So it was almost like you think you're good.
Like a slap in the face.
Yeah, and then the old man,
he backhanded you in the face.
and then the old man comes and is like, yeah, you think you're good. Watch this. And he runs a whole table one-handed and you're like, thank you for letting me break. And then, are you ready? Ping pong. What he did is he took a ping pong, that padding, he puts that on his phone. He has a little cover that's a ping pong mesh that he puts on the phone, and he'll kick your butt at ping pong with a phone. Like, you get a paddle. He uses a phone. And he will
annihilate you.
He will, because and I'm Dad. I'm not going to tell your story. That is for you to share. But something happened in his past. He had an injury that left him where he couldn't play football, basketball. It damaged both of his ankles. But he's very competitive, so he became really good at very static sports.
Wow.
Which is why it's ping pong, why it's pool. And, oh man, we used to have, yes, one-handed. Yes, Angelina. Yep. So I mean, like, our friends would come over and they would have competitions against my dad. Like, and he would he'd run the table, or better yet, he'd purposely miss so you feel like you were playing the game, and then he'd run the table. All one-handed. He is a stinker winker. I mean, my friends would get so frustrated.
Hey,
we're like,
they signed up for it.
But we lived with a pool table in our house. We lived with a ping pong table in our house. We learned real quick. Like, and foosball. Foosball. My brother and I got so good, we never had to spin to beat you. Like, we understood how to pass in foosball. It was,
wow.
We got so good. You could be a double and I'd be by myself, and I would still win, because it would because you played my dad.
Right.
So then anyone else
or
that
else you didn't play.
Right. So then you go play anyone else,
and you're
it's
like, wow,
this is
what it
easy.
feels like.
Oh my gosh, this is what it feels like. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna play you foosball or ping pong. One hand tied behind my back, blindfolded. Let's go. Like, who's that ninja guy that would play ping pong with nunchucks? Not Jackie Chan. Man, he's like the ultimate ninja dude.
What did he play?
He's a dragon.
What did he play?
No, he's like a real guy.
I know. What
Not
did he play?
Jet Li. I don't know. He would compete with Chuck Norris.
What did he play? It's like he's not hearing my question.
I don't know. I know that he's like the big kung fu guy. Bruce Lee. There you go, Vic. Thank you. I knew someone would help me. Thank you in the comments. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee would challenge you to ping pong, and he would play you ping pong with nunchucks and whoop you.
I bet he wouldn't beat Forrest Gump.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
Oh, man.
That's why you don't just let your kids win. Bruce Lee. There you go. Love it. Troy. Hey, good morning, Troy. Troy, by the way, since you're watching, congratulations on the new job, man.
Yes.
Congratulations to you. High five. Well done. Okay, so let's go back. We went on our dad tangent. Thank you for letting me go on my dad tangent, audience. Bring it back here. So, your neighborhood. Selecting the neighborhood that you decide to raise your kids.
Yep. Says that there's 3 of the biggest predictors that a neighborhood will increase a child's success are the percentage of households in which there are 2 parents, the percent of residents who are college graduates, and the percent of residents who return their census forms.
Wait a second. Hold on. I got the two parents one. I can, yes, you want to know what? I get the college graduates one. I get it. Okay. But the third one, return their census form, like right there, that felt so government pushed. Like,
What?
like, yes, what? You had me going. I was all bought in until you said census forms. It's like, no. Like, how does...
That's being engaged in their community and committed to... Yeah, that's not it. That's what it says here. In other words...
All right, so hold on.
In other words, these neighborhoods have many role models.
Uh-huh. Because you turned in your census form.
who are smart, accomplished, engaged in their community, and committed to stable family lives. Face.
If you are in the comments, I gotta know, do you agree with number 3? Like, I just need a yes or no right now. So number 1 was 2 parents in the household.
Yep.
Number 2 was...
College graduates.
College graduates in the neighborhood, high percentage of college graduates in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 was
return their census
people
forms.
who return their census forms. Like, I get 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, my head hurts. I would say number 3 is any kind of religious foundation. Okay? I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're Jewish, but having some kind of religious foundation. Go ahead. Ask the question. I can hear it.
I don't know what the question is.
No. There's a look on your face.
Yep.
What is the look on your face?
I have lots of looks.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm supposed to ask. What are you wanting?
Well,
to
no.
ask?
I said a religious foundation, and you have like, I don't really agree with that. So go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's religious foundations that are cultish and satanic, and that's what kind of popped into my head. I'm like, well,
positive religious foundation.
I mean,
God-fearing religious foundation.
there are kind of crazy. There's all kinds of crazy out there that decide I'm gonna put this together and it's gonna be great.
But there's all kinds of crazy in every religion. Mm-hmm. So I'm not talking about the 1% or the 10% that fits the crazy category. Okay, I'm talking about. Here we go.
You add
my
those
old
1%
my old
up
neighbor,
in the neighborhood, and they become
my old neighbor that was right
significant.
across the street,
Mm-hmm.
Muslim, great father. Okay, 2 houses over. Hold on, Muslim, great father. Okay, great families. My next door neighbor was Hindu, great family. Right on the other side of him, they were Christian, great family. We lived in a very, very religious, religious diversified neighborhood. All of our kids played together. There was Indian, there was Pakistani, there was what am I? I'm Italian, right? We had Irish, we had all kinds of different demographics, all living in the same neighborhood, everyone getting along, right? But I believe that can happen. One, pick your words, Nick. one, because a lot of those households, I mean, if you think about this, a lot of those households, yes, there were 2 parents. Okay, I'm not saying that single families can't have that. We're looking at overarching, right? Lots of college graduates, and majority of people in that household. Again, I'm going off from my experience.
Right.
Had a different religious foundation, but they were all positive. Okay, are you going to have your cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Yes, you are. But I believe that if you had to swap out that third one from a Census Bureau, it would be a religious foundation.
So it really, like, I read this article and I'm like, all these things are popping up and I'm like, I wonder if other people read this and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And this is such great knowledge. And this is, wow, this is so,
they don't question
they're
it.
So wise. And they don't question it. And they're like, oh, of course I need to, I need to live in a neighborhood where everybody submits their census forms.
So here we go, right? If you're in the comments right now, if you don't believe that the third one is a religion, what do you believe the third one should be? And here's why. I don't think that you need to completely agree with me. I think that you need to define it for yourself.
Right.
Okay. I completely disagree that the third one is a census form. I see everyone in the comments completely agreeing with me on that part, right? But if it's not a census form, what would be the third thing? What would be the third measure? You'd be like, you want to know what? We need to move into a neighborhood that's kind of has these three things because it's going to help with our kids' success. I think it's an interesting article. I think both of your articles today have been
the same one.
Oh, it's the same one. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They hit 2 points in the same one. Yeah. I really thought they were two different articles. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Did you like that, Rosalie? Oh, that's good. That's good. So what would be your number three? That's my question to the audience. Drop whatever your number three is into the comments. Let us know what you think. If you're on the podcast, come join us over on YouTube and Facebook. That's where our audience is. That's where we get to interact with our audience, and we love them. We love doing life with them. You know, some of these people we get to do life with in person, and others we do life through this morning show. And I love it. Wouldn't change it.
Same.
All right, Lindsay, you ready? I need you to answer before we end the show. What is your number three? What would be your number three?
My number three. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, because here's the thing. How do you determine that? They actually have this link in here.
I like how you're
I'm sidelining.
wiggling out of the question.
They actually have this link in here. They created a website, and it's called the Opportunity Atlas that allows anyone to find out how beneficial any neighborhood is expected to be for kids of different income levels, genders, and races.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
What?
I know.
That's awesome.
But
okay,
it's based on if they return their census.
That's why they did it. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, we know we're going to get people to,
Yeah.
we're going to drop this in here. And because we dropped it in here. All right. So I need y'all's help. I know you're like, Nick, you need help with a lot of things.
He needs more than a little help.
So we just built background checks and their police records. Oh, okay. So next time my dad moves into a neighborhood, he's going to get background checks and police records on all of his neighbors.
Greatness.
I'm actually not against that.
Huh. Okay. Why?
You don't think I've already done that? I have not. Just so you're like, wait, what? All right, so hold on.
It wouldn't surprise me, but
So I just got done building a new web page. Okay, and because you guys are my family of choice, Amber's dropping some knowledge in the comments. Rosalie.
So, bring him back. Just one more thing about this.
Okay.
How do you determine that before you move into the neighborhood? You go and interview all the neighbors?
I'm not answering that question.
Literally.
I know,
Like,
because could we open this back up on Monday?
no.
Oh, why not? Like, how do you choose your neighborhoods? I think this would be a great segment. How do you choose your neighborhoods? That'd be a great segment. Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Nick.
I need to leave.
Yep.
Like, leave, like really leave.
Yep.
Like, Nick's going to go out of the building. So
Yep.
Lindsay's going to get some work done because Nick won't be able to talk to her.
So much
So
quiet.
listen, real quick. I dropped the link in the comments, okay? And the reason why I did this is that this is a webpage that I just built. Let me put it here too. Okay. And if you wouldn't mind, just go through it real quick and just let me know if you find any typos or any errors or anything like that. You guys are my family of choice. So I've had Lindsay go through it. I've had my brother and sister go through it, but I would love to have your eyes on it. I'm not selling you anything. I just want your opinions on how it's written, if there's any grammar issues, because this is going to be our flagship. This is going to be Social Media Torch's flagship model moving forward. Angelina, now you know. No, I'm just kidding. So thank you guys for being in the comments. Thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys. We love having you in the comments. I love hearing your opinions on things, your insight into things. And it's also how we know that you're here. Okay. Other than that, if you're not in the comments, all we see is a little number. And that number fluctuates between 8 and 20, okay? But at any given point in time, but it doesn't really tell us who's here. The only way we know who is here is by you being in the comments and liking the video. And understand that goes for Facebook and YouTube, okay? So thank you guys for joining us. It's Friday. Get your big 3 done this morning and then take a little bit of time off. Go invest in yourself. Go invest in your family. School's almost out.
Some schools are out.
Okay, so so if you know your kid's about to get out of school, maybe there's a couple things that you need to get done before they get out of school, because you're not going to have that time because the kids won't be in school anymore. What can you get done today to get a little bit ahead so you reduce the stress off of next week? Okay, we love you guys. Have a great day. Make sure that you
Rise up
and crush it. Bye, y'all.
y'all.